train your brain harder. Because if you think a certain way, then so are you. That sums you up. If you think with a I can't do it attitude, guess what? You right. You can't do it.
Now, mental toughness, or what I call X-ray vision, is a lot different than motivation. A lot different than motivation. We hear the word motivation all the time. Because if I said right now, everybody in here, everybody, we're all gonna run a half marathon in 5 days. All of us. 5 a.m. comes. It's dark. Maybe it's cold, not in Arizona, but where I live, it might be cold. It's dark, the Today Show's on. We had a couple of cocktails the night before. Our bed is comfortable. It's hard to get motivated at 5 in the morning. And maybe you do it one day, but again and again. You're gonna call again. You wanna sell a property, you can go out there again. You're gonna get rejected, you can go do it again and again. That is the X-ray vision.
Because I'm telling you from experience, I got a GED. I lived in abandoned buildings, ate out of trash cans. I got a PhD now, and that ain't on IQ. That's on GQ, grit. That's all grit. PhD is all grit. Master's degree, all grit. Took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree. That's all grit. So I can't teach you how to be elite, but I can teach you how to go in there. I'm talking about grit. I can teach you how to go in there and murder some other teams. Not with talent, just outdoing. So I'm talking about endurance. Just having more stamina than they got.
I'm afraid your brain is fat with fear. Your brain is fat with doubt. Your brain is fat. Train your brain. Get your brain in shape. Work your brain out. Put your brain through the paces. Because once you train your brain, and you have to do this first, this is your first step. You have to train your brain, convince yourself, rid your fat ass brain of fear, doubt, self-loathing, intimidation. Get rid of it. Rid your brain of these fat ass tendencies.
Number one, listen to me very closely. There's a difference between a winner and a champion. You can win and have a bad attitude. You cannot be a champion and have a bad attitude. The difference between winner and champion is the way they think. Champions think different than winners. You can win just having a sweet coach who got a sweet plan. You can have a coach that just played the game at the highest level in Texas and be able to just teach you some stuff about the game that you don't know. You can win like that. You can win with a great coach. You cannot be a champion with just a great coach. It's going to take you and the coach. So number one, you have a wonderful life. Do not forget it. There's no pressure with playing the game you love. You have a wonderful life. So when you walk in here, I should never hear complaining. I am a champion. I never complain. You are a champion. There's nothing to complain about.
It's seeing through your broken bones. It's seeing through the lake to get to your goal. Those are just obstacles. You have to train your brain by doing things that make you uncomfortable consistently, to build this mindset that when things are hard, which they will be, we don't shy away, we don't quit, we attack.
And my whole thing is about, I had to develop a mindset that was indestructible. I had to armor plate my mind. And it's about what you're saying to yourself, but it also comes with work. So whenever I was getting beat down, physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever I was going through, just saying, I would put, you can't hurt me. Can't hurt me just became a message, I would say to myself. And that's just kind of where it comes from. I believe that most human beings are only living at about 40% of their capability. So the mind has a governor. like a car. If you're driving a car and the car has a governor on it, the car may say 130 miles an hour, but the governor's set for 91. Once that governor sets in, you get to 91, that car starts doing this. The car wants to go. The car wants to go, but that fucking factory said, we're not going past 91. We have a factory, a nice governor in our brain, and it's a survival mechanism. It protects us from pain and suffering. The second we feel that shit, our mind says, oh no, this isn't fun. We should back off. We should sit down, find something more comfortable. And there's something about the mind. The mind has the tactical advantage over you at all times. At all times of your life, the mind has a tactical advantage over you. Why is that? It knows what you're afraid of. It knows your insecurities. It knows your deep, dark lies. And it starts to push you away from that shit. It pushes you in a direction that is comfortable. The mind controls everything.
If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. An elephant thinks run. And it's all mentality. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas, but I'm king of my jungle because of my mentality. If an eagle ever sees a bird flying at the same altitude that he's flying at, it must be another eagle. It must be another eagle. Because pigeons don't fly at the altitudes of eagles.
If you give somebody a line to put an excuse in, they will put something in that line every freaking time. But you can't. You can't. Because you're the people who make it happen, aren't you? You're the entrepreneurs. You're the ones who start the businesses, aren't you? We're the ones who get them capitalized. We're the ones who create jobs. Every single one. At the end of the day, winners win. And entrepreneurs make money. When we accept failure, we find success. When we don't own failure, we'll never find success. That's the most powerful lesson I ever learned from RF.
Everybody wants to be a millionaire. Everybody wants to live in a certain neighborhood. Everybody wants to be the top of the top. Everybody wants to be phenomenal until it's time to do what phenomenal does. Everybody. I told you that's why I'm not afraid. I'm not scared that some kid's gonna take my spot. If he does, he's gonna have to do it with sweat. He's gonna have to do it with tears. He's gonna have to do it with blood. He is going to have to get up at 2:30 in the morning. If he can get up every day at 2:30, he deserves to take my spot. Some people are taking your spot and they shouldn't take it, but because you're average, it's easy to take your spot. It's easy. It's easy to get to the place before you get there. It's easy to take that client before you get to him. It's easy. It's easy to beat you. Why? You average. It's easy to beat you. You're excited. You come to the conference. You listen to the stuff. You're excited. But let me tell you something. Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do a beast. And if you find yourself flying with pigeons, you may be flying too low. So you show me your crowd, I'll show you your future. You show me where you're really trying to go in life, I'll tell you what eagles you need to go research. Push through pain enough, and there's glory on the other side. But you got to get through it. Sometimes getting through it is coming out your comfort zone. See, sometimes we're so comfortable now, right? There's a bunch of people sitting in this line right now. We didn't have followers. We didn't have nobody encouraging us. We didn't have people to go on Instagram and look at. All we had to do was get up every day and go back to work and start all over again. And the only approval was self-approval.